12. To a man like Mr. Digby, who had lived in Bradborough for 60 years, there was no difficulty in finding his way through the darkened streets. Few people were abroad, but something told him that the town was not asleep. There was nothing of the regular snoring rumble of night traffic. At the corner of George Street he came upon a long row of deserted trams, a huge dark clot in the city's main artery. Bradborough was not sleeping, it was paralysed. The accident occurred at the corner of Signet Street and Spindle Lane. For some time Mr. Digby had been following an elderly man who carried a handbag and seemed a little uncertain in his walk. At the end of Spindle Lane he noticed that the man paused, seemingly uncertain as to his direction. Then, leaving the pavement, he walked slowly into the centre of the road and dropped the bag, as if seized with sudden pain. Mr. Digby hastened towards him, at the same time as a taxi turned out of Signet Street, without warning sound or light. For a moment he hesitated. He seemed to be held by the white face of the driver, by the noise of the brakes. He tried in vain to reach the old gentleman and push him into safety. Something caught him on the point of the jaw. He fell like a log. Far away, as if from another world, came voices talking in a golden vortex of light. "First door on the right," said the night porter. "Jack, tell Mr. Walker that he's wanted in the receiving room. 2 ambulance cases. He's in Mr. Simpson's room playing bridge. Any news of the Zepps?" "They were over the east coast, Hull way, half an hour ago," the policeman who had come with the ambulance answered. "A nasty smash this. Taxi bowled 'em clean over. I'll just look in their pockets, now that we've got a light, to see if I can find out who the parties are." "Right you are, constable. Just wait till we've got 'em off the trolley." Mr. Digby felt a hand deftly searching him. "Ah, here's a card," said the policeman. "Riley, gilder and picture frame maker, 28A Redpole Street. And the other man, he doesn't look as if he'd last very long. No letter or card. Linen marked Jessup." Little particles of lilac light swam round in the golden vortex, and the voices died away. Someone lifted first Mr. Digby's right eyelid, and then his left. "Pupils a bit dilated, but they react all right," he heard. "Concussion and a fractured jaw. He seems to have got off lightly. Well, Dad, how are you feeling? What's your name?" "The constable's got his name, sir." "All right. Here, sister, just fix him until he gets up to the ward. The other fella's bad. Fractured base. That's a nasty cut, too, under the chin. I'll put in a couple of stitches now. Hand me the iodine, Tom. No, I don't want a clip. The stitches will stop the bleeding. And so, sister, you don't like Zeppelins. They mean well, you know. Not failure, but low aim is crime. I've no time to listen to your nonsense, Mr. Walker. I wonder how many more we shall have tonight. I shall turn in anyhow. Send these 2 up to Ward 16, Tom. It's their take-in week. There are no beds vacant, sir. That acute appendix we admitted at 11 took the last." Mr. Walker swore. "Shove them in A16 private ward then till we find room." Again there came the golden vortex, but this time the colour was less vivid, and somewhere in the centre was pain, dull and gnawing. A cold draught struck Mr. Digby's face. The trolley on which he lay was being wheeled along stone-flagged corridors. An iron gate clashed too. Now he was in the lift. More stone-flagged corridors, and then a second bump into something which every bone in his bruised and shattered body welcomed as bed. "You'll have to manage as best you can," said Nurse Coates, the senior night nurse in A16 ward, to Nurse Farrell. "Alison will help you to get his things off. It doesn't matter about washing. That will have to wait until the lights go on again. There's a case for the second bed on the way. Alison, don't be a little fool. The Zepps aren't here yet, and they're not likely to be. You can manage all right without a torch. I want mine for 27. I believe he's starting to hemorrhage again. Anyhow, the dressing is all through." Nurse Coates moved away to the other end of the long ward, stopping on her way to bank up the fire with a shovelful of dusty coal.